welcome to Speedforce, the Flash podcast. I am your host, Phil Maynard.
And I'm your other host, Anthony Hernandez.
And we are doing a podcast this year called The Flash, or Speedforce, the Flash podcast.
Oh, I was here for the Smallville one. Is that show over?
Yeah, it ended 3 years ago. But it's the reason we got Arrow and Flash. 100% the reason why.
Awesome.
So, it lasted like 10 years. So, hey guys, here's Hope and Flash.
Was there even podcast back then?
Yes.
There was?
Actually, that what was it called? There was a podcast for it called the Krypton. I don't know what it was, but it was the first ever commentary podcast, and it is the reason that we are doing this today, essentially.
Nice. Cool.
I want to do a shout out to one of our fans. First up, we're doing episode 2 of season 2. Flash of Two Worlds. Now I want to do a quick shout out to one of our listeners, Jason Ritter. He's someone that comments all the time. He's like someone, and he's going to be doing something coming up soon, I think starting in January. And I want to do a shout out to this. He's going to be doing a podcast for the Legends of Tomorrow.
Nice.
So all of you, when it comes out, you got to go listen to it, because Jason Ritter's been listening to us for a long time, and I don't want to say that we're the 100% the inspiration for him doing the podcast.
We're his Arrow, and then he's like the Flash in that sense.
I want to go out there saying this right now, that his Legends of Tomorrow podcast is a subsection of our podcast, that we are all connected.
I'm sure we'll communicate often.
Yeah.
I hope so, at least.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'll send emails to his podcast. I'll do that definitely.
Yeah, I'll do the whole like thing where you click like. And then I get notifications, but still, it is like I was there, but I didn't leave a comment.
I'm going to comment on his stuff so he has stuff to read, because he always sends us stuff.
See, I rarely even comment, so when I like something, it's like a big deal. It's like, oh man, Anthony actually got on Facebook today. First time in a week.
Yeah, this episode was crazy. We got a lot of awesome stuff happen this week.
Heck yeah. One thing that was disappointing, that Jay lost his speed. I was really hoping to have both speedsters at max power. But I liked how they at least showed a clip in the beginning of when he did have his speed, how it looked with him in the costume and the helmet and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
That was cool. So also, we're also finally seeing Cisco manually being able to hold something and say, I want to use my powers, and can do it.
It's crazy because he doesn't like it, and that's what's awesome about his character. Character development.
Which is weird because he loves all the metas, but he doesn't want to be a meta.
The thing is when I rewatched the episode, I noticed that he's saying, I'm seeing things I don't want to see, and I'm knowing things I don't want to know. It's so weird feeling that way. And if you watch him when he goes into his vibes, essentially is what he's calling them.
I felt a vibe.
And then he got this vision. Yeah. So when he does it, watch his facial expression. He's not happy whatsoever. No, and he looks really hungover the whole time. He's like, what's happening right now?
I like how his eyes always roll to the back of his head at the end of the vision. But I don't know. This episode was pretty cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering why Barry keeps killing every villain.
2 for 2. And we actually get someone who talks about that in the emails.
He's murdered 2 people.
He's 2 for 2 this year.
It's literally, how is Jay Garrick not having issues with this? Because he's been fighting these guys for 2 years and not killing them, and then Barry fights them the first time and just murders them both. And he's just like, oh, this is all right.
It's fine. Yeah,
I ain't got speed to stop him no more. I'm leaving it up to Barry.
Well, if you think about it, it's not the one from his Earth. So it's like they don't exist on this world.
It's like Harrison Wells. You've been dead to me for thousands of years.
Yeah. To me, you don't exist.
Oh jeez.
So let's get to the first email. You're reading it this time.
So the Scarlet Speedster and the Crimson Comet team up. I like that little banter at the end of the episode because of that.
Yeah.
But hi, Phil and Anthony, or Anthony and Phil.
This week was Phil and Anthony.
So yeah, you had it the first time, but good covering it.
He's making sure.
He's making sure.
I like it.
So what a great episode today with Stein and Cisco trying to figure out how many worlds there are. I am guessing Phil took Joe's side of that part of the show, since it was, to coin a phrase, timey-wimey.
Wibbly wobbly.
Basically time travel, right?
Yeah.
I see. But anyway, back to the show. I'm kind of support Barry locking up Jay. So you agree that locking up Jay was the correct choice. Let's see here. In the meta prison, since the last speedster he was in contact with killed his mom. Also, Cisco was not happy with Jay stealing his thunder.
That sucks. Yeah, but then again, like you can't rename someone if they're from a different world. Like he was already called that.
They both first time. Technically, Jay was first.
Yeah, Jay's fought the guy before. He already had the name before.
How long has Barry been a speedster?
A year.
So he's
Jay's
got 1
been
year.
2 years.
1 year on him. So, but Cisco freaking out about his powers is cool. They're slowly building up his powers. Not like Arrow, where they train for 2 weeks and boom, they're his sidekicks. Yep, that is true. That happens really, really quick.
Very often.
I wish martial arts was that quick to learn. And the icing on the cake was seeing Wells in Tomorrowland version of Star Labs was cool. Yeah, I like that too. And the first thing I did think of was Tomorrowland, which I still need to watch, but I've seen the trailers and I've downloaded it, so I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
So, Tomorrowland, let's see. This week's episode and last week's episode felt like a 2-part season opener. Anyways, great episode. Can't wait to see Captain Cold, or, what's to say, Colonel Cold?
Colonel Cold.
Oh, from the alternate world?
No. Colonel Cold is the father of Captain Cold.
Oh, so he's coming in?
Yeah, he's next week.
Oh. All right. So have a good show, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Jason. Oh, he also
from Jason Ritter.
P.S. Thoughts on Killing Joke, Batman, Bad Blood, Justice League cartoon, new Justice League cartoon, and Trickster return. Well, let's talk real quick about Killing Joke. It's awesome that they're getting it the R rating, because literally out of all Batman comics, that one's the one that deserves it. Like, it's the most brutal of all the comics, like, to the point that I had it, and I'm just like, I don't really want to read it because I know what happens in it, and it's like, too gruesome for me sort of thing.
It's like, I'm looking forward to it, and R rating makes it interesting for us as a podcast, because, I mean, come on, we're going to do this at one point.
Yeah, I'll allow this to be our one R rated for the season.
It's hard not to, because this one is going to be R rated.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, they got Mark Hamill back as the Joker. That's awesome. And it has the greatest monologue in history of the Joker in the comic, and I can't wait to hear.
He's just going to nail it. There's no way it's not. Justice League cartoon, really, really looking forwad to that.
We skipped over
Batman Blood.
I meant to show you the trailer before we watched
I don't
this.
think I've seen that.
Okay,
Bat Blood? They're talking about Man Bat now?
No. It's a joke from online. The actual name for the movie is Batman Bad Blood, but I keep calling it Bat Blood, and Jason picked it up also from me because there's a song. I've shown you how it should have ended.
Yeah.
I've shown you those guys.
Yeah.
They made a spoof of the song Bad Blood by Taylor Swift.
But Bat Blood?
Bat Blood, where it's like Batman singing about Superman and the Batman vs. Superman fight, and it's just like, because baby, now we got bad blood. You know, we used to be best buds.
Oh, jeez. That is something how Should It Ended would do it. That show's funny.
Donna Justice.
That YouTube channel cracks me up. Because I like how Batman and Superman are always sitting at the diner.
And this is like a whole music video, and it ends with them talking at this diner. Like, I didn't know you were a big Taylor Swift fan. He's like, there's a lot of things about me you don't know. Do you want to know my secret? What's your secret? Oh no, I'm Batman.
Nice.
No, but like Dick Grayson is Batman in this movie. Yeah. Bruce is gone. No one knows what's happening.
Maybe this is when Bruce is traveling in time.
Batwoman's in it. They're bringing in Cassandra Cain. No, it's not Cassandra Cain. It's Kate Kane. That's who it is. And they're bringing in Batwing also. Batwing is the African American like Batman.
I'm waiting for Terry McGinnis.
It's gonna be a while, man.
Dang.
It's gonna be a while.
Dang.
They haven't even introduced Tim Drake into any of these movies. They've introduced Jason Todd in one, and he got one movie, and they're focusing on Damian right now. Damian's in it, obviously, also. Woo. Man, but they still haven't brought in Tim Drake in anything.
I want Batman Beyond and Static Shock to reappear in the comic book world, like, now. I miss
Static
so
Shock
bad.
should appear in Legends of Tomorrow. He should have a cameo at one point.
I hope it's not Will Smith's kid.
Yeah, we all hope, man. We all hope.
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm sorry, Jaden Smith. It's like if you for some reason listen to our podcast. No hate on trying to be an actor, but dude, like you're not the best actor. You need to like work on your skills.
Okay,
just saying.
But it's a bunch of villains. Like, the movie's covered with all these villains fighting them. Fighting the Bat family is what we're finally getting together. And that's awesome. Now, the Justice League cartoon. Not much is known about it as of right now. We know that it's coming out in 2016. We know that Cartoon Network's doing it. There's a chance it's not actually going to be on Cartoon Network. It's going to be on a subsidiary channel. Probably like Boomerang is what was referenced that it could be on.
I hope it's not on Boomerang. It's just harder for... things on Boomerang are hard to watch for most people because you have to get a really good package.
Yeah.
To get Boomerang. Cartoon Network's like on the standard.
Yeah. And due to a good source that I have... there's like an 80% chance Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill will be in the show. And I really hope they are. Yeah.
They did make it perfect.
Kevin Conroy, all these people have been playing Batman. George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. Now, what's the guy? I'm forgetting who the current one is. But they've all played Batman. But Kevin Conroy is Batman. There's no one else who's more Batman than all the others.
His voice, it's just Batman.
Yeah, he's been Batman a lot longer than all of them. And
it's like, for all of you out there, I told Phil when I dropped him off after we picked him up, we carpool, I dropped him off, and I told him, I wish that Kevin Conroy did the voice.
For all the Batman?
For all the Batman films, whenever he was Batman and put the mask on and stuff, it was the actor that whoever was playing him, but it's just his voice. Kevin Conroy's voice.
Oh my god! I want him to do an episode. Just do a voiceover episode of the Batman from 1966, Adam West. I want it to be Adam West as Bruce Wayne, but whenever he puts the cowl on, Kevin Conroy does the voiceover for one episode. It will be the most loved episode in history, and all of you can agree. Also the Tricksters return. They're going to be returning in the upcoming episodes.
I'm looking forward to that. Mark Hamill is just awesome.
Mark Hamill accidentally released that. It is all Mark Hamill's fault because it was supposed to be a secret that they were returning.
Oh, we all knew it was going to happen.
One thing happened is someone saw him in costume and they wanted a photo with him. And the person tweeted it online and it got out and he's like, Mark Hamill's like, oh, the cat's out of the bag.
Oops,
I can't help but take a photo with a fan. I love my fans. And that's what happened. And it's on set. And he's in the prison. And you can see... I want to talk about this just for a second, real quick, guys. You can see in the background, in his cell, a bunch of pictures of drawings of the Flash.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is so cool that they went that way.
Can't wait for that episode.
It's kind of the same way when Count Vertigo was in prison. And they found all the Green Arrow drawings. That's awesome.
So...
That's it for Jason Ritter.
Yeah, sorry.
We need to move on.
We gotta move on. A lot of stuff mentioned in that email, though. Good email.
Yeah, thank you. I'll read this one. And Mel, you lost the order. Get back to it, man. Hey, Anthony and Phil. Episode 2 of this season was pretty good. I'm still enamored with Jay Garrick being a premier character this season, as it has been one of the only times this character has been featured outside the comics. Yeah, he's been in Young Justice and what was another show that he was in? Batman Brave and the Bold. He was in
a cartoon series. So.
Yeah, he's always been that, and he was also in the Smallville season 11 comic. But other than that, yeah, that's all. This is the first time that we're getting a live action Jay Garrick.
Do you get awesome. A Captain America type feel from him?
Kinda. He's all about
that soldier, that old school soldier type feel,
but he doesn't care about murder whatsoever.
You see kiddo in it and stuff, he says 1950s terms,
yeah, but he's in the current time, Earth 2 is during the time.
It looks more futuristic actually,
but it's more current because Star Labs actually happened and science was done and not building metahumans.
One thing when that lady was talking at the end, before they do Harrison Wells. The last thing she tells the children is where we do research on a bunch of other stuff, and then she says metahumans, and then stops, and then Wells shows up. So metahumans in this world are actually so commonplace that children are even fully aware that they exist and that they're around. They're excited about it. So that's something to think about. That's something to think about.
I love it when the shows and the movies give a nod to the golden age of comics. Though the villain in the story was not that notable. I laughed watching Cisco being all territorial over naming him. A lot of people like that.
I don't. I name him, but I like Sand Demon. Like,
I'm gonna let that slide. I can't wait to see what they do with the character. Though I liked Barry being understandably reticent to embrace Jay as a new teacher. I hope he lightens up in the next few episodes, and it looks like Cisco is coming into his new powers and is afraid and reluctant to embrace them. It's good to see this side of the character where he is something other than a comedy relief. Carlos Valdez is one of the best actors of the show. Then there was the ending with Harrison Wells, one of the many reasons I don't read the spoilers, because I love surprises like that. I hope that the show somehow addresses the paradox that the present existence that Team Flash and the universe presents after Reverse Flash being wiped out of existence. Hopefully we'll find out soon. Have a good show, you guys. Mel.
No,
okay.
You are awesome. You caught the paradox.
Okay, real quick. Anthony and I have discussed this already. Like, we've gotten into shouting matches over this
I wasn't even going to bring it up on the podcast.
We're going to just let this slide because it's too...
Hey, Mel, but I'm going to say it real quick, the paradox one time. The paradox that I think you're talking about, it's the one that at least I've been talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's the only paradox of the show.
Is the fact that Eddie killed himself, thereby the Reverse Flash never existed. So he never went back in time and killed Barry's mom. So the current, what we're watching, that history should have been rewritten. But it wasn't because of the wormhole, or the singularity.
The singularity was trying to rewrite it, but it was rewriting it, and take it this way. Barry had an eraser and was canceling the rewriting. And so it was just what was written on the paper already is left.
But currently, the way the show is a paradox.
Yes.
Because they shouldn't have memories of Harrison Wells because he never existed now. I had a theory, though, on Earth 2, what if there was an Eddie who got brought into Earth 1? That would correct the paradox, making it so Eddie does exist and reproduce to eventually have an Eobard Thawne that goes back in time and dies. It's a way it could fix itself that the show could go, but there is a paradox going on in the show.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm not going to go any more detailed than that because we get crazy about it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let you read the last one, okay?
Michael Husbands?
Yeah, this was a comment on the Flash of Two Worlds spoiler.
All right, so
page, that was the little spoiler event that we do every week.
So one, isn't Flash's body count just as high as Arrow's?
Almost. He's getting up there.
He's killing people.
He's not feeling bad about it either.
He is responsible for a lot of metahuman deaths. So, technically, yeah. Yes, he definitely.
If anyone has killed a metahuman, it's pretty much him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, there was times when metas died from other metas as a result of pursuing Barry.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's actively killing.
Are you talking Power Out and Farouk and
the people who died? Basically, Barry captures them and Wells used them to die, and they died. But Barry's directly killing them this season.
Or during the transport and Deathbolt got killed.
He straight knew this week that he was going to turn the guy into glass. Like the other
He's
time,
like, I'm going to kill him, and I'm going to feel happy about it.
With the Atom Smasher, it was like debatable. Like, is he going to kill him? Is he just going to knock him out? But no, this time he knew he was going to murder this guy and just did it.
He still went with it. Okay,
All
next.
Right, next to why is Zoom recruiting metas to kill Flash?
The thing is, if anyone's watched the sizzle reel for the New York Comic Con that they released of Flash, Zoom has one goal and one goal only, is to be the only speedster alive. So he's either killing all the speedsters or... Oh, I'm going to answer the next... I'm going to answer the rest of this after we read number 3.
All right, but yeah, that got old. Oh, sorry, I'm reading your thing in parentheses. If you didn't... Okay,
yeah, that got old.
Yeah, that got old. Every other episode, hey, go kill that guy. Why I remain mysterious.
Yeah.
He's recruiting people very poorly.
Go kill the Flash.
It's like, why doesn't he just get a few of them and gather them up if he's so strong and then say, go kill the Flash? Why just one at a time?
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
I don't think the Flash could have stopped Atom Smasher and Sand Demon.
At the same time? No.
Just by himself? Like, it would have just been too much.
Maybe they don't like each other.
Maybe.
We don't know their life on Earth 2.
Up is down, down is left, green is blue. It's like, I don't know.
I don't understand half of what you were just trying to say. Okay, number 3.
Okay, where's Jay Garrick's speed? And that's not the origin I remember, FYI. Perfect Green Arrow plugin.
Okay, so real quick, the Jay Garrick's power. I want to address this, and I want to address this real quick in the episode for those of you who do not listen to our full episodes but just listen to our openings. Okay, speedsters have the ability to steal the speed from other speedsters, and they also have the ability to give their speed to other speedsters. So Zoom is going around ripping the speed from others and giving it and keeping it for himself to make himself faster. On that same note, Barry has the ability to give his speed to Jay. He can give him a portion of it.
He doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know it yet. Jay probably does, and he's like weary about it yet. But
maybe
we don't know.
Jay seemed pretty confused too on why his speed was gone.
Yeah,
but because
that's true. They probably
because Zoom took his speed, it could also explain why Zoom can open up portals to the other world.
He's getting pretty easily. Fast. He's getting that fast that he can do it.
He could do it pretty easily. It seems like he just kind of pops.
He opened it up, and that's because of the breach. There's still that breach that they can't close yet.
Yeah, he can use it basically to bring people over.
Because of all those breaches that have opened, all 52 of them.
Yeah, that was an easy 52.
That was an easy one. Oh, and now the origin. Yeah, it's pretty much along the same lines of his origin story. I want to say that real quick.
I'm trying to say, he mentioned that it's not the origin he remembers though. I thought that was the correct origin of Jay Garrick.
Well, the difference is he inhaled the hard water vapors. In this, he was splitting water molecules through thermal radiation, and then it just blinding light, boom, now he has powers.
Yeah, they kind of kept it vague, because the old one, the first, the Golden Age Flash, literally he used a vape pen.
Yeah,
he got super speed. So, that was I get why they added a little more science to it, because this show's really, really science-based.
Oh, and one other thing. We keep talking about who's Zoom going to be. Who's Zoom? And I know I brought it up last week that it's Barry Allen, that it's like Evil Barry. Now, there's one thing that Anthony and I keep saying is due to season 1, we're not going to overthink this. We're not overthinking it because when we overthought it last time, we all thought, no, there's no way Wells is Reverse Flash.
We went as far as combining every version of Reverse Flash into one super Reverse Flash.
Yeah, and then we were like, and then when they revealed that it was him, we're like, no, it can't be. And if he's not Reverse Flash, and even though he's not Reverse Flash, there's no way he's Eobard Thawne. And then later they reveal it's Eobard Thawne. So we're not going to overthink this anymore. I'm just going to go out and say that the Zoom is literally Edward Claris. And that's what I'm just going to go with. Oh, wait, not Edward Claris. Yeah, Edward Claris. And I'm just going to keep it at that.
The rival.
The rival. He's literally black and blue. And he's the enemy of Jay Garrick. The exact same color scheme and the exact same origin that is from the show. So I'm not overthinking this anymore until they prove me otherwise. It's just the rival, and they renamed it because you can't name a character the rival and sound like smart with that. Think about it.
It could be the rival. They could go some crazy route with it, but it's probably just the rival.
It's Bart Allen.
It could be like, there's so many possibilities. It could even be a future Jay Garrick. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. It would throw everyone off.
It would throw everyone off. And then they go like, we couldn't trust you from the beginning.
They'd be like, it would just be Jay being like, all right, well, that blue flash, it's actually, I was practicing giving my Speedforce things, and I gave it to a hamster, and boom.
What?
Boom, it just turned to that. Turned into that beast. The
hamster turned into Zoom.
Turned into Zoom.
So for all you out there who want to keep that canon, Zoom is actually a hamster.
A rabid hamster.
I'm going to be pressing play right now.
For those of you who stayed with us.
And now we're getting the opening now.
Are there people who really just listen to the beginning?
Yeah, we had a few people that do that.
I guess that makes sense because the beginning's our open discussion.
Where
and
we talk about everything.
This is our commentary.
Yeah. Some people don't have the time to listen to our whole thing. And to them I say, make the time. We have a lot of stuff that's interesting that we talk about during the episode.
So we do get a new opening.
Yeah. And he says all these new stuff, and it's so cool.
It's basically just here
we have Firestorm, and now he's dead.
Basically, they're doing a flashback so you can remember what happened.
Just a recap of what's happened. We
one episode ago. One episode ago, a recap. Maybe what happened the end of season 1.
They don't even in this
Barry's the Flash.
What?
Oh, dang! I think Joe's the Flash. Actually,
no, it has to be Joe.
Hey, you know what made me laugh when Iris is like, "Let me get the room with Barry." I was heck looking for Joe to see if Joe was just gonna like move over.
No,
to, like,
because I
the
don't
corner.
think Joe was in that scene.
He wasn't in the scene. He wasn't in the scene.
If he was in that, you know what? He was still probably there.
Everyone would have left the room, and Joe would have been like, "All right." He would have just sat down at the computer
and just started typing
and just listened.
Oh, I love the line that Joe says. The explaining part needs to happen right about now.
My name is Jake Eric, and your role is
a portal
danger.
connecting our two Earths. I do like his stern voice that he has.
Captain America. That's what he reminded me of. They made him old school.
Like I know Jake Eric's supposed to be a lot older, and Teddy Sears, the actor who plays him, is not that old. He's pretty young for the character that he's playing, but he does give off a very he looks exactly like Jake Garrick. Like I see it so much.
No, they nailed it. They really nailed it with Jay Garrick. They nailed
This
it
is
with Barry,
what I
and they nailed it
imagine
with
a
Jay.
younger Jay Garrick looks like. Which in the comics originally he was young. Okay, so we're having Jay
like
Garrick
this scene
running
because they straight just show it.
Yeah,
like there he is. Yeah, that's the
and
Jay I wanted.
blue, see the black and the blue streak. That's what Edward Claris had, the rival. So I'm going with it for now on.
It makes
that
sense.
The rival is Zoom.
The rival has to appear in Jay's world. Like
Yeah, it would make
key,
sense.
He's too key to the story of his.
Why
his
would
origin.
we think they're gonna go something as far as it's Barry and make us all like overthink it? You know, it could just be another person on another world.
They could be saving the Blue Flash for season 3. You know, the future Barry.
Yeah. So what he's doing right here is stealing the power up from him. He's not trying to kill him. He's just stealing the power.
Yeah, look at that. He kind of looked like that. He kind of looked as if
left
he
him
gained
alive.
power. He's about
And
to
now
kill
the
him.
singularity opened. Look at him. He's so.
Oh,
he
there's the
looks like
helmet.
death.
Oh,
Yeah, pulled
dang.
me in.
There goes Jay.
And Zoom didn't get pulled in. That's
because
weird.
he ran off. He just ran. He can't. You know,
Yeah.
Jay can't.
That's true. Somehow ended up on your world
Hey
powerless,
Jay,
unable to return.
How did you get to the ground?
He probably just opened up on some part of the ground because if you thought about it, the helmet slid out in just a safe
Yeah,
area.
it did. He probably shot out of one of his pockets,
So you've been here for 6 months.
give or take. No.
He's like, yeah, I was following all of you. I was taking pictures of all of you and learning all your names and all of your lives.
Sorry, it took me 6 months to figure out that Barry Allen was the Flash.
Iris
you guys
is like,
figured that out.
What? It took
Yeah.
him, and no one even told him.
Really, true.
Iris just sucks at this.
She's a reporter. She's a reporter. Jay's a scientist, and he figured it out in 6 months.
I'm starting to really like Iris this season. I'm really enjoying her a lot more.
Yeah.
But it's just like, Iris, like, that's sad.
Iris, you're a terrible reporter.
We haven't even seen her at her job this week or last week.
Oh, see, so there's a breach right there.
Yeah, and Zoom opened it up through, what's this guy's name?
Look, he does
Edward
have
Slick.
He has the symbol on his chest, the
Yeah.
Flash symbol, but it's a downward bolt like the Rivals.
Yeah,
Kind of.
but the Rivals is in a different spot.
Yeah, the Rivals is.
The Rivals is the exact same as, I wanted to say the Flash for a second, but I didn't want to confuse anyone. Golden Age Flash.
Yeah,
Jay.
I like Jay's costume in this.
I don't like how it doesn't have the full yellow in the bolt.
Yeah,
I'm not a
they-
fan of that.
Yeah,
I wish they would have kept that.
They did modernize it a little bit.
Purifying heavy water through residual radiation when a blinding light, and I fell into a coma and woke up, and I had super speed.
I can run
Okay, so
almost
that's what his origin is in this universe.
it's really simple. Like, well, I mean, I'm
He
pretty
didn't
sure
use
they'll
a vape
show
pen
it.
this time.
What did they show? They'll probably show a flashback of when he got his powers. It'll probably be some really cool thing.
Zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. I like the whole Caitlyn like Jay like
Caitlin's
romance.
in love with Jay. I love it already. Like I'm already a fan of it, and I bet there's a ship name out there already for it. I need to find it.
And right there, she was giving him that lie detector test.
Yeah, she's good at it.
She's real sly.
Yeah, she's a scientist. She knows how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand what's being talked about right now.
This is
Jay is a form of a mirror world. Oh, mirror world! They just referenced. They brought this up in the last episode. They brought it up, or they're bringing it up now. That Mirror Master is coming. He just said mirror world.
It's like in most shows you could chuck that off to like maybe like
Okay,
it's just
so
lines,
here's
but
our
not
Earth.
this show.
Let's call this one Earth 1.
And here's the naming. This is how
I love this. It's just because Stein's just like trying to explain it to Joe. Earth 2.
And Jay's not in the room to fight the fact that he's Earth 2.
Yeah. Jay's just over there accepting it. And they're like 3, 4, 5, infinite. So infinite crisis, or infinite Earths. Infinite crisis on infinite Earths. So we just got the reference to that there's an infinite amount of Earths. Until Jay's like, actually there are 52 Earths. Now, Joe West over here might not be a detective. Maybe he's a Nobel Prize winning physicist. And the Barry Allen for this world is not the Flash. He's an electrician.
There you go. Boom.
And
Science!
Barry's like, I like that idea. If I wasn't a police officer or the Flash, I would probably be an electrician. And Cisco's like, I would be amazing in any world.
I think Cisco wishes he was the Flash.
No, because he doesn't like having powers.
I wonder if it's just because this is mental.
Huh?
I wonder if he had like a physical power, like stronger, faster, jump higher, or something like that. I bet you Cisco would like that.
Oh yeah. I like how Joe's like, does the Joe on that Earth have to pay bills or earn wages to pay bills? And Stein's like, I assume so. And what Joe's like, oh, we had that in common. I'm gonna go to work. I don't understand what's happening here whatsoever. Okay, so Jay's heart rate is extraordinarily low. He has regenerative capabilities.
So he kept a little bit of his abilities.
Yeah.
Not like the full extent of them.
But he doesn't have our podcast in him whatsoever.
Yeah, he doesn't.
See,
he
doesn't have any access to the Speedforce. So what he needs is an iPod or a phone or a computer and put in earbuds and listen to us, and then he gets a part of the Speedforce. So, all of you out there listening, you're connected with the Speedforce.
So basically, Barry has to like just jumpstart his Speedforce like a car, right? Like it basically jumpstart him so he can access the Speedforce and get his
I see it more like one of those heart rate things.
Yeah, like a zap, right? Like,
oh, so Joe just got a text.
Yeah. So
Anthony caught this before any other site has.
Yeah, that phone, when he looked at his phone right there,
he was getting a call.
Yeah, it was from his wife, who
Exactly.
later in the episode says, "Hey,
Spoiler
Joe,
alert.
you know, you're not returning my phone calls." That was him not returning it right there. And this is Patty Spivot, who Phil did research on.
Patty Spivot is awesome and one of the greatest Flash characters ever created. I want to talk about her for a moment, okay? She is just so cool because she was in love with Barry and then found out that Barry was so involved on his mother's case and wanted to give Barry time alone. Now, she gave him time to think about this, and she kept her crush in quiet. And then once Barry got over his mother's death, what happened? He instantly started dating Iris and got married. Now, so her thought was, okay, I'm just going to move departments. I have that opportunity. I'm just going to leave. And then she comes back, and she's in a lab, and lightning is right about to strike her. And Barry saves her and takes her to the hospital before she gets all hurt and everything. Barry then got a vision of the alternate universe of what would have happened if he didn't save her, and she would have became Miss Flash. That's what she would have been, and she would have been a supervillain, or not a supervillain, but she would have been a hero, but her powers would have destroyed Central City.
Oh.
Which
dang.
is awesome! I love her so much! She's like one of my favorite underrated characters now.
So, there's a lot of routes she could take in this series, which is that makes her a very good character to introduce.
Yes.
Because she could be Miss Flash, she could be
Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit. That was
She was Hot Pursuit in the Flashpoint comic. Everyone keeps bringing up, oh my god, she's gonna be Flash. She's gonna be Hot Pursuit. She's gonna be Hot Pursuit. And I keep trying to tell people, Hot Pursuit. She was only Hot Pursuit in Flashpoint universe. This is a totally different universe. But there's always one thing we can do, which is hope. We can hope that she can be.
Or she could just be a love interest.
Yeah,
that could happen too. I could see her, just being normal, Patty Spivot, but just a good cop.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? I feel this is important.
No, he's just a firefighter, bro.
They never do things like that, though, and they end up not being important later,
He's the Flash. And then just Flash uses his, windmill powers.
Everybody, pay attention to see who that fireman is for me. Watch. It's going to be some crazy... Someone's just going to catch something and be like, oh, no, this guy is, hecka important.
I want to read this... Or I'll read this in a moment next time Patty comes up. It's from what happened to her. So Barry's getting his first interaction with Sand Demon.
Not Sandman. They're different, right?
They're
very different.
It's Sandman. It literally is. Because what's his main thing that he does is he makes a giant fist with the sand and punches the Flash. And then he just goes straight through. And now he's gone. Barry?
Barry just doesn't even know what to do. He's like, I'm out.
What happened? I don't know what's happening right now.
Very smart. That's what a hero should do when he totally doesn't know what's going on. I should just get out, rethink this, come back.
Because if he stays, he could lose and die.
Which he's done before.
Yes, he's done it way before. A lot with Reverse Flash.
Just stayed. Just lingered. It's like, no, dude, get out of there. When you're not winning, you gotta leave. It's
Yeah.
your life you're gambling with, you know? So, right now, Barry's talking about how he couldn't pull any prints. Even though he's at the crime scene, he couldn't even figure out where to pull prints. But yet, Patty figures it out. Which is cool. That makes her... She's a really good cop.
Well, the thing is she used to be in the forensics. She used to be. In the comics, she was. And then she had to leave that and became an actual officer.
So she's got the whole science background for Barry, the police officer background for Barry. She has a crush on Barry. This sounds like she's going to be a serious love interest.
Oh, yeah, definitely. One thing that I want to bring up is, like...
Oh, and she reads all his forensic files, which is kind of weird.
She's like, well, she likes the forensic stuff. Like, it's not that weird. Like, you studied psychology. You were interested in that. Did you read any papers for fun?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Read that Psychology of Superheroes book.
But I'm lazy. But I'm so lazy, Phil.
But... literally, Patty Spivot is like one of the characters that I'm literally in love with right now because she's just so amazing, and she's on par right up there with Caitlin. Like, she's awesome. So she was able to figure out, oh, here's some sand. It was probably a metahuman that did it, because all she wants to do is join the metahuman task force.
Which to this point she hasn't explained why. But by the end of the episode, when she does it, it makes a lot of sense. It's like, oh, yeah. So her and Barry keep having these moments in this episode where they're alone and they're kind of like bonding.
Yeah.
This is the first of them. Breaking Joe's no code.
Yeah. He's like, I've been trying to break it since I was 11. So when you figure it out, tell me.
She does. She's got to tell him now. You got to give him a heartwarming speech about like a gunshot dad or something. And then he'll let you do anything.
Real quick, as I don't think there's any important thing happening right now.
Oh, it's just Jay running and Caitlin ogling him like.
But okay, so in the New 52, Flash managed to change reality and create a new universe, bringing Patty back to life. In this new reality, Patty is in a relationship with Barry, who never married Iris. So I wanted to bring that up real quick. That is awesome.
So there's a chance even that Iris doesn't even end up with Barry in the show.
It could be that universe.
Yeah, they never confirm which universe, so they don't reveal the show.
They
take little aspects of every.
Real quick, for all of you out there who don't know all the different universes and don't know which ones to look up,
don't worry, no one does. No. There's a lot of universes.
I just want to tell everyone right now, while you're listening to our podcast, and if you're not watching the show, Google right now, Earthsea DC Comics. Look into it, read it, and laugh and tell me your thoughts on it on the Facebook page. It is the greatest Earth ever, where everyone is a cartoon character.
Is that like from Teen Titans with what's his name, the little Robin that appeared?
No. This is literally where every character is like Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck. Like, it's superheroes. It's like anthropomorphic superheroes. They're animals that have superpowers. Oh my god! Do you remember Teen
Titans
Lunatics?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It was like Lunatics. It was like the Looney Tunes from the future.
Yes,
heroes.
That's what it is like. It's so awesome because they're so goofy and they're so cartoonish, but it isn't as cartoonish as Lunatics. Lunatics was the greatest show ever. A lot of people hated it, and I loved it so much.
So we did talk over this.
Oh yeah, we're talking over how
basically Jay just explained to everybody that Sand Demon is made of sand. He's made of cells that break apart and come back together, and
you
that
need to listen to me.
And that, he hasn't said this part yet, but he'll say it later, that he needs water, basically, to stay together. He can't be dried out.
And he's just like, I need you to pay attention to me and actually realize that I'm on your side. All this poking and prodding and full body scan is just wasting time when we could easily just get to the point now. And I love how Professor Stein right here, Professor Stein right here is trying to explain the whole multiverse and trying to figure out how it works. And he has figured out the exotic matter, transdimensional energy that leaks through each of the worlds and is what's combining them both in the breaches. Yeah, which is how he's able to go from one universe to the other end to Earth 2.
Yeah, so what he was talking about was basically the multiverse theory, that the exotic matter is leaking through both worlds, and that is like the link that basically he's going through these breaches, which are just links between both worlds.
And so Martin Stein's like a super giddy old guy. He's just like, yes, I figured something out. I must go research even more. I love research.
And now we get Cisco about to get a vision.
He's getting a vibe, and now look at him right there. He's just like, what's happening? So he's actually at the warehouse that Barry fought Sand Demon at for the first time. And he's getting he's getting a vision of what happened. And now Cisco is passing out again. So Cisco's really not liking his new power.
Which is weird, but I think it's just because it's a mental power. I think seriously, if Cisco had like a physical power, like he'd be all on it, like, yeah, like super pumped Barry speed or something.
Once he figures out that he can like create vibrations,
he'll
probably be so excited.
I would be scared, if my brain all of a sudden, like, I just basically break out of reality for a second. That would like startle me. I like this. So Joe basically thinks he caught Sand Demon.
But he just caught just some random schmuck who is from this universe.
It's like the regular, basically the non
the Earth 1 version of him, not the Earth 2. And Patty just takes him down. Which, if he had powers, don't you think he would have broken out?
Especially if he was made of sand, like if he could just break himself apart and take both out, he'd be fine.
Yeah,
that's regular. That should have been a big hint.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it until right now.
I mean, they mentioned it in here, but when that you totally
look at it. Is this you?
Maybe not.
I don't know, man. You should tell me.
So
your cat gets. Where were you? Your cat gets sick. You had a date last night.
So basically, this version of Sand Demon,
I always start a fire something that's hard to trace.
He's an arsonist.
Like acetone or something. And maybe you don't need to accelerate anymore. Maybe you... Oh yeah, we want to talk about this real quick. Iron Heights can now hold metahumans. Instead of them putting them in the really super illegal prison that they have in the pipeline. Like, that was 100% illegal.
They're probably using the technology Cisco made when they moved them in that truck.
Yeah.
Probably store them. That's my guess.
Joe told me what you did. Oh, so now we're talking about Barry and Patty bonding, and they're such nerds.
This is where they start joking around.
He's kind of like, oh, what's he say? Oh, how's it going with Joe? Any closer to breaking the no code? I love this. A permission sphinx, magic 8-ball with just one answer. Or you like, no, the bridge keeper protecting the Holy Grail. What is your quest? Oh, to join your task force. No! Ha ha ha!
Is that you just tell me that's
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He's just like, what is your quest? To find the Holy Grail. No!
I like this. See, those two are totally becoming love interests.
Oh, it's so obvious. Really it's going to be great. Just like how Jay and Caitlin are going to be love interest. And Iris has nobody. In all honesty, if Barry doesn't end up with Patty and just ends up with Iris... You know who'd be a great person for Patty to date? Cisco. Instead of Golden Glider.
Oh, arrow plugin.
Oh, I love this. He's calling himself the Green Arrow.
I like what Cisco says right here.
Catchy.
I hate when they put color in their name.
Which I like to bring up. He does not go by the Blue Vibe. He just goes by Vibe. And Barry, did he just miss that they call him Green Arrow now?
I think he did.
So he's going to get to Star City and just go like, oh, you're now the Green Arrow.
It's the vigilante. It's like, man, you're way behind.
That was like 3 seasons ago. What? Oh, I mean, 3 years ago.
The Hood? No, what? Dude, come on.
We don't know anything about Zoom. What if he is Zoom?
Oliver Queen is Zoom. Dude, that'd be crazy twist, right? Earth 2, it's Oliver Queen.
Yeah. Oh, that's the twist, everybody.
With the twist. So it's a Speed Force in a system?
No, it's Cisco.
No, that'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if it was one of them.
Yeah.
What if it was Harrison Wells?
They're probably gonna. No, just stop. Everyone keeps asking, "Oh my God, is Zoom Harrison Wells?" And I'm just like, "No, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do that. That's repeating the exact same story from last season."
That'd be funny. I laugh.
No, this Harrison Wells is good, and I can't stress that enough with everybody.
I want that Harrison Wells to come to this like reality and be like, "I did this. I blew up everything. Like
What happened?
In my world, it worked. This one version of me must have been an idiot." Watch, I'll make one that works right now.
There we go. It all worked perfectly. Life is complete.
It was almost like it was intentionally blown up. So right here. I was gonna say this is the part where I thought it'd be hecka funny if Joe just like was just in the corner somewhere, just listening to the whole conversation.
And the thing is when she said, "Can I have the room a moment with Barry?" I literally tweeted, "Oh, so she now pays the bills at Star Labs, huh? That she could just command this." Everyone else has just say, "Barry, can I have a moment with you?" and steps him out of the room. Everyone just steps out of the room with Barry when they need to talk to him. Iris, nah. She says, "Everybody leave. I own this room." Like, did you notice that?
She kicked everyone out.
Yeah, literally, it's usually everyone just says, "A moment, please," or "May I have a word with you?" And now it's just like, everyone, out.
Why not just take Barry out of the room everyone else is in?
Yeah, exactly. She just
Barry,
takes them all
come
out.
with me down this hallway with all those corridors, all those random rooms that we have here.
Let's go to the time room.
Yeah, let's
Or the
go
walking
back,
room.
Let's go back in there. That was tight.
Where's Gideon?
Yeah, where's
I
Gideon?
feel like we haven't talked about this yet, but Gideon needs to show up. I know the actress is really busy with another show right now.
They really teased it like, "You made me, Barry." It's like, I want to see him make Gideon.
Yeah. You know where the actress is
Where?
who plays Gideon?
Who?
She's on Gotham.
Oh, is she the medic?
Yeah. She's the morgue chick.
Nice.
Dude, you're shaking so much.
Oh yeah, it's a Mountain Dew.
So, Eddie Slick just walked away, and they're like, "Oh, now he's appearing again in the same clothes. Why is he wearing the same exact clothes as his counterpart?"
He just robbed himself.
But he was wearing it earlier, also.
What if he saw himself and went, "Hey man, what's up?" and then just walked by?
Boom! Like literally, yeah, they just walked by the same way.
He looks
Pop, 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 pop. And he's like, "Oh, what? You're not hitting me.
It doesn't work.
I like you. You'll do the trick."
So now we get a hostage.
Woo! And it's someone important, like always.
Someone who directly knows Barry. Oh, there's the biggest menace to society right there.
Jay Garrick.
Without super speed or anything, he's a threat to everybody.
He's gonna kill everyone. Sam Demon kidnapped a police officer. We need your help.
So now he's finally he's trying to turn around on Jay a little.
Not really. He's like, "You know how to stop him. Tell me how to stop him."
That's a start. So now Jay's not in the
greenhouses.
cell.
He needs to find a greenhouse. Find that, and you'll find him.
So he needs a little bit of moisture in the air.
Yeah, because he's like dry sand. If he doesn't,
Or you just get a humidifier and really throw off their search.
Where is he? He could be anywhere.
It's like he could be in that apartment or that apartment
or literally anywhere. Real quick, we haven't talked much about Sand Demon. He's actually from the comics. He was originally a Firestorm villain, but was killed very quickly in the comics. That's like literally everything you need to know about him.
I feel you're telling me about that on the drive home from school, and I was thinking that's kind of dumb that a sand villain would pick a fight with a guy who could produce fire hot enough to turn him to glass.
Exactly. It's so stupid.
It'd be like a Charmander messing with the Squirtle. It's like, dude, what do you think is gonna happen in a minute? You're about to get knocked out cold.
Oh, we totally missed that scene because I'm looking up all my spoilers that I had written, or not spoilers, Easter eggs. And one of the things that I totally forgot to talk about is Patty went to Hudson University. Hudson University is a famous comic. I don't know if it's a real university, but it's a famous college in the comics also. It's where Dick Grayson went, Professor Stein, and Jason Rush. For those of you out there who don't know who Jason Rush is, he's the other person. He's the other part of Firestorm. If you don't know who Professor Stein is, why are you watching the show? And if you don't know who Dick Grayson is, pick up a comic book.
Oh, that was the nicest response I thought you could give for that. I was waiting. I was like, oh, we're gonna have to censor this podcast right
now. I didn't want Eric to hate me. I made it nicest.
So basically, right now we're gonna see this scene twice. Like, well, I like how she tells him straight up, like, you got your powers by accident. You weren't chosen. You're not important. You're just a thug who just was in the right place in the right time. And it's true. But I don't know how Earth 2, how they got their powers. Because, you know, the particle accelerator never blew. So how were these meta created?
Maybe they were... It's... Well, in the real universe, they didn't all get their powers from a particle explosion.
They got them from a variety of different ways.
Yeah. To the point, it's just like, are you really going to question it? Like, in that universe, that they got powers. Okay.
You know, they might get into it, though. They might get into what the blinding light was, what everything was. Because this show does a good job about it.
Deathbolt, the guy from last season, who we saw in an episode of Arrow and saw in an episode of this, for one, literally, he shot laser beams out of his eyes, and he wasn't hit by the particle accelerator, and we never found out how he got his powers. They just left it on that.
Bummer, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. So this is Cisco seeing the past through a vibe.
Yeah. Okay, Woodrue, Jason Woodrue. I want to talk about him for a sec. He's actually from the comics. A lot of people don't know him. He's the Floronic Man. He's a grass type trainer, essentially. he has plant powers.
Plant powers.
Now it's unknown if he's actually going to be in the show. Probably not. It was probably just an Easter egg. But if you want to see him, he was in the movie Batman and Robin. You know, with George Clooney.
Did he meet Poison Ivy at any point?
Huh?
If he controls plants and he meets Poison Ivy, that's a match made in heaven.
No, I think I think he was in the movie with her.
He was?
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen that. So here's Barry trying to learn how to hurl lightning.
And he's not good at it at all.
I think he's the first man ever to do it. In this world. I wish Jay had his speed. Even if it was intermittent, like Harrison Wells, where he was like having it at times. Ooh, man, Barry, give him speed right now. Change this episode. That'd be crazy. Mid podcast, like the reality changes, and this episode's different. Jay gets his speed.
No, we can't handle that, man. We already planned everything out for this. We can't have it change.
So right now he's getting a pep talk, basically saying,
"It's a tough break, but I don't care. I'm not him. Stop thinking I am."
He's just saying he's not Harrison Wells. It's like, hey man, I have your best interest in heart, honestly.
I'm not the man you hate, Barry, so stop thinking I am.
It's like,
get over it and let's be friends.
I learned something this week that's a little funny. It's very odd topic from The Flash, but I thought I'd share it with the nerd community.
Okay.
Stephen Hawking threw a party. I think it was last year, and he did it for time travelers. And the kicker was, he threw this event, but he didn't reveal that he threw the party until after it was over. So that way, only a time traveler could go to his party.
That's funny.
Unfortunately, no one showed up.
I'm not surprised. So
random, I know, guys, but I just want to throw it out there. I learned that this week. So now they're talking about Jay's helmet. Like, they found the helmet. He's like, "You see my helmet? Yeah, helmet with golden wings on it.
Yeah."
He mentions the War of the Americas.
I'm gonna actually bring that up. If you see over here, see on my phone.
Oh yeah, you see, aha! I see that ad with that family. I don't know what you're looking up, Phil.
The War of the America. His father. I wish you would have just told us you lost your helmet. It would have saved us all this problem.
I love that look he gives.
He's like, "I am Jay Garrick. I am the Flash."
He gave a good look there.
He looks just like Jay Garrick.
He does,
like from the comics. Now, the War of the Americas was a show, very short-lived show, that was made by Greg Berlanti, the executive producer of the show, and it's just a reference that he made to his own show.
Really?
War of the Americas, yeah. But since it's a different universe, it makes sense. You know?
So here we go, Sand Demon just intimidating Peggy.
Patty.
I don't know why I said Peggy.
Peggy Carter is what you're probably thinking of.
That was what I was thinking of.
Or Agent Carter.
I like that show. Oh, so here's Jay.
I came quite a distance. Flash?
Flash Shaw.
Master of the universe.
I'm surprised he didn't play it more and be like, I don't even need my speed to beat you.
No, he
like
just thinks that he's supposed to make him think that he has the speed.
But like play it like I'm not even going to use my speed to beat you. That's how bad you are. Like play it further. Like you start fighting him.
Oh, getting slow on this earth, aren't you, Flash? I like how he calls him Flash. Dude.
He's getting some good hits in.
You're gonna get knocked out. You don't have your speed, do you?
I like how big Jay is in comparison to people. Like he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah. Is that Barry's shirt? Yeah. It looks really, really small on him. Lord Mesa did an artwork for that, FYI.
Nice.
And Barry's like, it's not that small.
Lord Mesa makes some good art.
I love Lord Mesa. Can't wait to meet him in San Jose Villains and Fan Fest.
There you go. So the concussion grenade went off. Everyone kind of just got thrown back.
Whoa! Except for Sand Demon.
Yeah, who absorbed the impact because of his sand-like cells.
Patty's alive. Awesome.
Oh, wait, no. She's dead. All right. No,
Wait,
no.
Zoom sent me here to kill you. Now I get to kill the Flash of Two Worlds, which is the name of the episode and the first comic that they introduced both of them together.
And here we get that moment where Barry's got to just basically step up to the plate.
Either he does it or he doesn't.
So here we go.
And if he misses, literally, he's going to hit Jay.
It would probably be directed towards the metal in his helmet.
And Jay would... You know what would be funny is that gave Jay his powers.
It gives Jay his powers back. That would be a cool thing. I would like that a lot.
Whoa, he's going to miss.
Booyah. Boom. And there was the Flash intentionally murdering somebody.
I don't think the intention for him to fly into the air. They thought that he would just stand at the ground and become glass and just unharden him in prison. Maybe that could have happened.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't know, he's glass. How do you unharden glass?
Heat it up.
Melt it again?
Yeah, he would just go back to being glass. Anybody out there who knows real... Yeah, I squealed like a little girl when I saw that.
So what they just showed was literally the page of the first comic they were in together.
Yeah.
The like opening page.
And literally word for word.
Cover.
Flash!
The cover page, my bad.
Flash! And they're like, coming! And then they come around the corner, both. Which is so awesome. I love it.
I like it when they do little stuff like that. Because fans notice, you know?
Oh, yeah, I squealed.
I mean, we noticed. I noticed right away.
It was a blink and you miss it. It happened in a flash.
I saw it a lot when we were doing the Flash backstory podcast. That comic a lot. So here's some more Caitlyn Jay like bonding time here. A lot of love interests are happening in this episode.
She's talking about, oh, I lost someone close to me, but it gets better every time.
I had a theory behind this, and it's pretty messed up. But like, she lost her husband, or she lost Ronnie once already, and went through like heck of grief, like an immense amount of grief, and then got over it, and then got got Ronnie back to marry him, just to lose him again. So I'm thinking, well, this is like the second time around of her losing the same person.
She kind of got over it a lot faster.
Yeah, it's like like basically her grief is probably like sped up a lot.
He was like, I already went through this. I'm good now.
Yeah, because she seems like perfectly fine right now. It's been 6 months.
Yeah,
but before
it has been.
How long was Barry in a coma for? Do you remember?
About 8 months.
So she was still grieving, and 8 months later, after the particle accelerator exploded.
Yeah.
So yeah, her speed up time is way faster. I
bet it took her a year. It took her literally a year to get over it.
If Ronnie's still alive and dies again, she can get over it like in a week. They're like, oh yeah, this happens like all the time.
You know what's gonna happen is if Ronnie's alive, she's just gonna shoot him and get it over with. Like, you're gonna die again. Just finish it. What? No.
Oh, so we finally get Barry going, all right, Jay, you're not bad. You really helped me out today. And then they...
Where's Jay Garrick on this earth? Like, right now, where's Jay Garrick?
He's right there.
No, the Earth 1 Jay Garrick.
Oh, not the Earth 1? What do you mean?
The Earth 1 Jay Garrick.
Like, the one...
This is the Earth
his
2 one.
doppelganger?
Yeah.
His doppelganger? I don't know. Maybe they'll show him.
That'd be awesome. He's Zoom.
That'd be funny.
No, it's the rival. Everybody, it's the rival, and we're not going to overthink this time.
I don't think they're ever going to show his doppelganger, though.
Zoom is obsessed with destroying me.
And I don't think
now he wants to destroy you.
Oh, yeah. He wants to be the only
He needs
speedster.
to be the best. And he will do whatever it takes to ensure that he's the only speedster in any world. So, do you think Zoom's kind of like Darkseid?
A little bit, yeah.
Where there's only one of him?
He just wants to be the only one.
Didn't you say that, though? Like, Darkseid, one of the things about him is that there's only one Darkseid. He goes to every universe. No, that was Chris from Metropolis Comics who told us that.
Yeah, he told us that. That's cool. There's only
Shout
one
out to
Darkseid.
Chris at Metropolis Comics. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Put us in his weekly.
I just found
flyer.
out we have
I
a
like
mutual
that.
acquaintance, Patty. Mark Martin. And she's like, oh, you found out.
So this is like her like origin story in a sense, why she wants to fight crime.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what, Joe? What's up?
Gotta say what's up to Joe when I see him. He was in this episode a lot, just a little bit. It got time travel-y, and then he left.
He's like, I'm out. Time travel? I can't deal with this.
She just says the Martin brothers, they robbed a bank when her dad was making a deposit into the same bank.
Shot him right in the face.
For a few $100.
That's brutal.
So she was like...
Oh my gosh.
She was upset, and she's like, alright, I'm going to be an officer. I'm going to
Dude.
stop metas.
What if that was the bank robbery that we saw in the first episode of The Flash?
Might have been.
Like, remember how, like, at the very end we see them getting away? And, like, they're trying to find them.
Like, this is after.
Like, that was when it happened.
But see, I'm a little confused because she said that both brothers got superpowers, right?
Yeah.
But in her reality, there's only one that lived, no matter what. It's either one brother or the other. Remember that?
No.
It wasn't both. One could control weather inside buildings and one could control weather outside buildings.
No, both can control weather outside.
Yeah, but didn't they... Wasn't it an alternate reality?
No.
I'm trying to remember it.
No, Barry just went back in time and stopped it from happening, sort of thing. And now she's part of the task force, FYI, everyone. And Joe's heading up the stairs, and we hear Joseph. Which is...
No, both brothers have powers, but they just did things at separate times.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking one was from an alternate world.
No.
Alright. Oh, yeah, this is Joe's wife.
And it was very anticlimactic in this episode. We can all agree that it
They
was
should have emphasized that phone call
thing.
more. That he ignored. You won't return my calls.
And it's great that you caught that.
I was surprised. I just saw it. And
yeah,
I saw it, and then I was like, that's weird that they even had a moment where he answered his phone in the episode. And then I was like,
he
oh
didn't
yeah,
answer his phone. His phone was ringing, and it's just like, I'm not answering this. I don't want to.
It was his wife. He just ignored it. He was like, nope.
Satellite picture of the cities.
So here,
Okay,
Stein.
so they're trying to figure out where the biggest breach is, so they can figure out how to close it. And Stein's like, "What happened to you? 201 day. Do you want me to tell you what the odds of that are?"
And he's like, even with he'd be
He's
guessing he had a bomb. That's nuts, dude. It's just
He's
crazy.
kind of like Han Solo right now. Cisco's like, don't tell me the odds. I don't want to know the odds.
Cisco just doesn't like his powers. He just doesn't want anything to do with them, and he thinks that they're evil because Wells gave them to him.
I'm evil.
Technically, Wells gave Barry his powers, Cisco. If you want to go that route.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up too. So Cisco's like, I got a vibe.
That's the
And
best
then a
line.
vision. I like how he says a vibe and then a vision. Like, he didn't have to say vision. He didn't say that. He didn't have to say vibe, but he threw that in there for this nerds.
Yeah.
Yay,
It's
nerds!
Just a hint of him becoming vibe.
Nerds! No. No, we don't tell anybody.
I wonder if he's gonna hook himself up to that machine again.
I just want him to start wearing the glasses.
Yeah, but remember when he
Yeah.
got hooked up to that machine so he could see the Wells thing in season
Yeah.
1? I hope they do something like that again with
No,
him.
because the thing is now he doesn't need the machine.
Yeah, but imagine how much control he'd have with one. If he could already kind of like pick up stuff and concentrate.
Maybe that's what the glasses will do.
Maybe.
That's
That'd
why
be
he
cool.
wears the glasses. Because that's what that's what they were talking about when they made glasses.
Yeah, Cisco's evolution of being a hero is going to be really cool.
Yeah. You have to promise nobody else finds out about this. Stein's like, yep.
I was about to tell you, Phil, for a minute I wasn't looking at the show, and I was like, well, Phil, we are on a podcast with hecka people. Like, they don't tell anyone about this. I'm like, what if you're going to tell me you're saying it on the podcast?
Oh.
I hecka mixed up what you were talking about. That was funny. So this is the moment. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I have a really mean joke for what's about to happen.
Oh my god.
What if, just saying, what if Stein the actor who
Victor Garber.
What if he just actually had a stroke on set and they kept filming? And then
said,
they're like,
we can add this to the show.
And like, he's fine, like, later. But they went, that was really gold. Like, let's just keep it for the show and leave it on a cliffhanger. Because that looks like a real stroke. When he goes through it, oh, man, he looks like he's really, like...
Yeah.
Like, I believe it. He looks old enough to have one.
So they realize that there's 52 breaches, and the biggest one is right here in Star Labs. And they're all entirely different. And see, if it was a real stroke, they'd say, Victor? And instead they said Professor, bro.
Professor.
So now we're getting an Earth 2 of Star Labs. And look how beautiful it looks. No giant explosion in the roof.
Pay close attention to this scene, because I feel there's a lot of stuff in
Scientific
this.
Advanced Research and Technologies. Star Labs.
Yeah.
Star Labs was founded in 1991, exciting the world with new technology discovers. And as our motto suggests, and truly bringing us to tomorrow's world today, specializing in artificial intelligence, genetics, and metahuman stuff.
See, that's what I was saying is key. Children even know about the metahumans in this world, and it's
An
common.
absolute honor to introduce our founder of Star Labs and the savior of Central City. The savior of Central City.
Dr.
Interesting.
Harrison Wells.
By the way, right here it says level 100. Whenever they enter through the elevator in Star Labs, it's always level 300. I just want to say that that's something different. And he's like, "Hello, kids."
That's the end of the episode. It reveals there is a version of Wells that is alive,
and he doesn't
he's a
seem
good
that
guy.
evil.
And then there's a version, there's Stein who just had a stroke or something, and
that's not
fell
good.
over.
That's not good that he had.
It has to be related to Firestorm.
Oh yeah, I already told you that, man. That it has to do with them.
And I think that's it.
Yeah. Anything we need to add to this week?
Nothing that I can see. I did.
Captain Cold next week. That's awesome. I'm excited
tight.
for that.
I've recently looked up more stuff about Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Let's see here. I actually watched the press conference all the way through. It was kind of hard because it was like they spoke Japanese and then they had an English translator. And then the guy from Ingress, the CEO of Ingress, was like the only guy who could speak English. So he's going up there to this crowd of Japanese people, and they're not understanding a word he's saying. So he's like talking and like trying to make like jokes and like stuff, and they're just not responding. And then you hear his translator speak, and they laugh at a weird moment. But it was pretty cool. I learned that they've absolutely said it's going to be a full free game, like the next Pokemon game. And then the CEO of Nintendo, Game Freak, the creator of Pokemon, and the lead developer of the first Fire Red and Leaf Green games are all on board this project, along with the CEO of Ingress for the GPS locating. And that's all I really learned about it, is that all the people that need to be involved in this game to make it a great game are involved, and they are very enthusiastic about working on it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
And with the CEO of Ingress on board, most of the work of the game's done. It just needs a new skin, an overhaul of Ingress, basically.
I don't want it to be just like Ingress, though.
It's probably not going to be just like Ingress.
I don't want it to be. Cause
it's like the platform's done. So they could work on making the game better versus just getting it to work.
Yeah.
So that's all I've learned. There's really nothing new besides it's most likely going to be released either in the beginning of beginning of January or in February during their 20th anniversary.
I think that'd be awesome.
Because they even brought up the anniversary in the press conference too.
So I think they're just like holding out to tell us that it's going to be then. Because usually beta tests are really close to when the actual release is. And beta test is coming up in December. Have you ever got an email back?
No, I never did. It's really hard to be a beta tester for this because it's
I was
very
a beta tester for Battlefront. That was fun.
Well, everyone was. I played that too. And by the way, I read online that the biggest thing that they received as complaints of the beta was the fact that if you are rebels, your chances of winning are very low in comparison to the Empire.
That's what I wanted to say also.
They are completely going to fix that.
Thank God.
But I've run as the rebels a few times.
How? I don't even know what the rebel cutscene win.
All you had to do was go in the turrets constantly. If you go in the turrets constantly, you can whittle out their forces and keep moving forward. And also, destroying their ATs.
Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, if you control the air when the shields drop and everyone does work together to attack it, you could destroy them. That's how I've won, but it's hard. It really is unbalanced, and they're working and they're going to fix that problem.
Okay, I just heard that they're going to release this new. There's going to be also another setting in it, which sounds awesome. It's called Hero Hunt. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be on Endor, so that's awesome. There's 8 people in one game. In one match, there's 8 people. One person is either a hero character like Darth Vader, Boba Fett, or Luke Skywalker, and the rest, like everyone else in the team, is on the opposite side. It's 1v7 is what it is.
But one's a Jedi, or
yes,
or Darth Vader, or Luke.
yeah, or Boba Fett.
That'd be cool.
Could be another person, and whoever kills, say Luke Skywalker, whoever gets that final blow, they then become Luke Skywalker.
That's fun. That's heck of fun.
That's awesome. I can't wait to play that. I'll be playing that a lot. When the game comes out, everyone, we'll both give out our. Well, he's not going to play.
I'm
not gonna
still
play
in
it for a
debate.
while.
It's just they're releasing too many good games at one time.
Yeah, I'm getting it the day it comes out
Fallout.
or the night before it comes out.
I might get
getting
Battlefront.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it just because Fallout is a one-player game versus a multiplayer game, which is better to get when it first comes out. So I've been debating, but either way, we both have different consoles. So.
Yeah. My username, and I'll give it out more closer to Battlefront also, everyone. For everyone to join me out there. I want to play with all the fans. That'd be awesome. I'd love to meet all of you. I'd love to play Battlefront with you all. Create a team where the Speedforce squad. That'd be awesome.
Well, if you guys want to play with me on Xbox Live, I'm Hippie Man. Oh no, I'm Anthony AAH, and that's just my gamer tag.
Mine is MV Director on PlayStation Network.
And I play a lot more League than I do Xbox. So if you guys ever want to play League of Legends, is there any fans out there? I'm not the greatest, but I'm not terrible either. My name is Hippie Man 25 on that. And
I don't play League.
Yeah, I got into it a lot.
I don't play many online.
That's about it. I think that's the end of the show.
Again, when Battlefront comes out closer, we'll give our usernames again.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there again.
And we'll do it at the beginning of the episode for the people who actually listen to the beginning as well. So.
Yeah, and who said that video when you were telling them that was me? On
Colt Browncoat.
Hey, Colt Browncoat. We actually looked at that video where I promise you I did do this during the beta testing. I drove an A-Wing into Darth Vader to protect my cousin who's my partner at the time. So it was like really easy to see him because he was a gold dot. But that video wasn't me, unfortunately. Just wanted to clear that up. But all right, that's the end of the show, guys.
So, real quick, let's end this off. I start first.
All right.
So to join the discussion with everyone, you can go to facebook.com/groups/Speedforce Podcast. Real quick, let me add this in. Also, remember how we read those emails at the beginning of the podcast?
Uh-huh.
Yours can be too if you send an email to speedforcepodcast@gmail.com. We record every Thursday at 2 p.m., 2 or 3 p.m.
Or 8 like today.
That was because I had to work scheduled me at a weird time. We had to push back today. Sorry, guys, for the East Coast who aren't getting this till Friday. For everyone else on the West Coast, you get it tonight. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna release them on Thursdays. We'll start podcasting at 2 or 3, so send your emails before then, and then send them to that email. You have a day and a half to literally send them. So as soon as you watch the episode, write all your thoughts down. Write down your thoughts, theories, and conclusions of the episode. Send it to us, and we'll talk about them. Mm-hmm. Okay?
And you can also follow us on Twitter, which is very active right now. It's at SpeedForcePod.
With the hashtag, may the Speed Force be with you.
Yeah, Phil live tweets during every episode, and he's very active on there right now, especially, so get on there.
You can always tell when I'm tweeting. I'll always post, or you can always tell when I'm starting the tweet, because I'll always post the same tweet every time when the flash starts. It's a picture from my most favorite picture from the online comic JL8, where Flash is saying, "Now we boogie" during a dance. And I always say, "Can I get a zoom zoom?" And those of you who follow me will respond with zoom zoom. Yeah, that's it for now. For us here at Speedforce, I'm Phil.
And I'm Anthony. Ride the lightning, speedsters.
To my lab to experiment that night before lightning flashed around me and time changed speed. Now I gotta try to be so patient until calamity will strike, because when things change in an instant, it's almost fast enough for me. And I'll be there before you know it. I'll be gone before you see me. Do you think you can imagine anything so lonely? And I know you'd really like me, but I never stick around, 'cause time keeps dragging on and on.